Hello everyone, this is MrGamingGuitarist, but you can just call me Jaren because that's my actual name. That's pronounced like Aaron with a J in front. Um, so something happened to me recently where I just started, just reflecting on life, and I thought of something that scared the ever-loving shit out of me. And it's the fact that I'm not getting any healthier, and I am only going to get less and less young as time progresses, of course, because Doctor Strange is not real, and unlike the Marvel universe, we can't just use the time stone to turn back time. Or if we're talking about DC terms, I'm not the Flash where you can just run fast enough to go time travel to undo the mistakes that we regret that we made years ago. Um, but for me, it was the last time I took a bath. And I say bath, not shower, because I'm so poor. The gas has been to this house has been shut off for almost 4 months now. And the only way I can take a bath is if I boil water in an electric skillet because our stove is gas. So I have to use an electric skillet to boil water, put that in a bucket, wait for it to cool down, and then use a cup or a heat resistant cup to pour water on myself, just like Arthur Morgan in Red Dead Redemption 2. I have to take a bath just like they did in 1899. It sucks, but at the very least I can take a bath. But anyways, that's a long. I'm rambling too much. The thing that scared me was when I saw myself naked in the mirror, and I know that I'm fucked up now when every time I see myself in the mirror, I think, "Oh god damn, you look fucking disgusting." Like seriously, I look like because you might not be able to tell right now because I'm able to hide it pretty well, but but I used to wear medium shirts. Now I wear large shirts, and somehow I don't want to blame the medication because I don't want to blame anything else anymore in my life. All I want to do is just take my responsibility for myself, something that my generation, or at least a good chunk of my generation, should learn how to do that. I'm ranting again. I need to stop myself from ranting and rambling. What I'm trying to say is I need to force myself to go on a diet, and I'm saying this in a video that I'm recording, saying this to a camera and putting it on YouTube because I don't trust myself, because there's been so many times in the past when I say, "Oh, okay," where I've bought a diet book before. I bought a fucking diet book and I start reading it, and then maybe for 5 days I will eat healthy recipes for 5 days, and then I will get lazy and then go back to the same old bullshit that I did before. And I don't want to do it anymore because oh no, I can feel it all. Ah, shit. All right, I have to bring my favorite accessory, the tissue box, because I can feel myself starting to think of memories, and I feel like I might need this pretty soon because, and I don't know if you've noticed, but over the past year or year and a half, I have been crying a lot in my videos recently. And I think it's because I used to suppress. I spent so many years of my teenage life and early 20s just suppressing it down. not letting it out, hiding it, and I guess it got to a point where it's been building up so much I can't control it anymore, control the emotions and the tears anymore. And so I'm sorry if I start crying again, because when I saw myself in the mirror with a before I was about to take a bath, you know what I saw? I saw my dad. And my entire life, my dad was obese. The entire time I knew him. Like, my dad passed away in 2009 when I was 14 years old, because he was over 500 pounds and had sleep apnea. And he needed to, when I was around, in the final years of his life, around ages 12, 13, 14, it would get so bad with him that I needed to help him use the bathroom. And, when I didn't think much of it at the time, but when I look back on it now, I think, wow, that is not normal for a teenage son to have to help his father use the bathroom. And it was, and the thing is, my dad, would always go on these diets, but he would never stick with it. And my dad had so many health problems. The weird thing is, though, my dad never had he never had high cholesterol, even though he was 500 pounds. Like, I would go with him to the doctor, and he his test results say your cholesterol is fine, which is rare, I guess. I don't really know. I don't really study medicine at all, so I really don't know anything about that, if that's rare or not. But my dad never had diabetes. He never had, my dad never had diabetes. He never had high cholesterol. But what he did have was sleep apnea, and he had irregular heartbeat. And the worst day of my life, or actually, no, I thought that was the worst day of my life. No. The actual worst day of my life came in, was much later on, but at the time, I thought that was the worst day of my life, was March 27, 2009. And at 58 years old, my dad died while I was getting ready to go to school that morning. And then I found out that my dad died because he had cardiac arrest, and then 5 minutes later a stroke, and that's what killed him. That's what his official death certificate says. And if you've been following my videos for a while, you might know this fact already, but I'm saying this for all the people that might be watching this that have never seen any of my videos before. My mom had a giant stroke in 2018. July 14, 2018. And that fucked me up a lot, because that made me realize truly how spoiled I was. Because my mom did everything for me. I have no shame in admitting now, I didn't realize it before in the middle of it, but looking back on it now, I know now I'm a spoiled fucking brat. I still am a spoiled fucking brat. And my parents, I guess, they didn't want to appear to be mean, so they just fucking let me do whatever the fuck I wanted. And, you know, I was never a bad kid. You know, I was never mean. I never talked back. Me and my mom and my dad, the three of us, and my aunt as well, who, you know, thankfully still lives here. She's the only family I got left. But my, we, my, you know, my mom and me and my parents had a wonderful relationship. But the thing that was so unexpected is they were taken away from me. They were taken away from me before I had a chance to fully, you know, become go through adult life. Like, I was fully unprepared for the real world, and it hit me like a ton of bricks. And I just hated it. I hated it. I went through so many periods in my life, you know, in these times since the summer of 2018, when my life changed forever, when just learning about life, and I realized that I need to take care of myself. And that means as far as finances and health. And it was working for a little bit when I did Uber driving, but now I can't do that anymore because my car got damaged beyond where it was too expensive to repair, so I gave it up, and now do not have a car yet again. And I'm just waiting on this stupid stimulus check or for my tax refund, whatever comes first, just so I can begin to get a car again with Uber's rental program. They have with Hertz and Avis, where I just have to put down a security deposit, and then I can rent a car for unlimited miles every week, because that's the only thing I can afford at this. Excuse me. The only thing I can afford at this moment. And it just sucks because, you know, I went through a lot of times, you know, in the past year and a half, blaming my mom. And I would just tell her, I would just say, why did my mom have a stroke? Why? Because it's like, I never got to ever truly talk to her about the important things in life. And but my mom is still alive, but I don't know how much that's worth, because the stroke affected her so badly. She cannot speak or walk anymore, and she's just stuck in a nursing home. And I can't see her because of this COVID bullshit. And and very stupidly, I called Adult Protective Services for help, to help take care of my mom, because she was just at home, and me and my aunt couldn't handle the load of taking care of her. But that's when I learned to not trust the government anymore, because what they did was they took the power of attorney for my mom away from me, and now they filed for guardianship, have guardianship of my mom now, and they're trying to sell this very house that I have been living in since I was 11 years old. And whenever that happens, me and my aunt are going to get kicked out of our only home, and we're going to be out in the fucking street. And I just I feel so stupid, because since July 14, 2018, I had every fucking opportunity I had. I got every opportunity to fix it and fix it. But what did I do? I continued, and still to this day continue to live as if my fucking mother is paying for everything for me. And I hate that about myself. I really do hate that about myself. Because it's like, I feel like I can't it's like I don't trust myself to change, because it's like every single time I say, I'm going to change, I'm going to change, I'm going to change, I'm going to do this differently, I'm going to start eating healthier, I'm going to go on a diet, I'm going to, I'm going to learn how to, start my own business. All these things, but it's like I never do anything about it, because I revert back to being on autopilot, doing the same old shit, playing video games, watching TV. That's all I was ever good for, and that's all I know how to fucking do. And I don't know what it is, why I am like this, but it's like the reason why I'm recording. Okay, now I fucking need them, but it's not for crying. It's because of the fucking. Sorry if this is disgusting to you. But the whole reason why I'm recording this video right now is because to see if there's anyone out there in internet comments, whatever it is, that gives enough of a fuck to want to hold me accountable, so that I force myself to make a difference in my life. Because the way I'm living right now, I'm just going to end up being like my mom and dad. Because what did my mom and dad do? They never dieted, or never consistently dieted. And look what happened to them. My fucking dad died. And my mom pretty much almost died and is now living the rest of her life as if she's a fucking zombie now. And I don't want to go down that path. I really don't. Because I have dreams, you saw my news. Those of you that have been watching me, my username is MrGamingGuitarist. I gave myself that name in 2008 on YouTube because I love video games and I love guitars. But you know what? That shit it's like I should not be spoiling myself with the luxury of enjoying guitars and music and video games and movies and television. I should not be allowing myself to enjoy those things if those very things that I spend 100% of all my time on, all that shit, all it's doing is pointing me in a direction to homelessness, or dying of a heart attack, or, destroying my health and my immune system, destroying my mental health, destroying my any financial security I have. It's all just causing me to an early grave. And it's like, I remember, if you watched my videos back in 2013, 2014, I used to go to college at the Art Institute of Houston because I wanted to learn audio production, because and then I learned it was a giant ripoff. That's when I learned to not trust colleges anymore. But anyways, and that's when I learned to hate the American education system. And that's a whole other video. But anyways, I remember the day that I told myself that I wanted to quit, that I wanted to drop out of college. I thought that my mother would be furious with me. I thought that she would. I thought that she would kick me out, and it's like she would finally snap and kick me out and realize what kind of a spoiled little shit of a son she had, and that she doesn't deserve to have me to deal with my bullshit. But you know what happened that day? It was fucking 4 a.m. I think it was like April 2014, something like that. I remember waking up my mom, sobbing, telling her I don't want to go to the Art Institute anymore. I fucking hate it. And I told her I'm sorry that I wasted all your money, because I only went there for 8 months, and now we have this giant debt of student loans to pay, which I still haven't fucking paid off yet, even though I was only there for 8 months, and it's what, almost 6-7 years later, and I still haven't paid anything off for it. My mom told me something that really resonated with me to this day. She said in April 2014, she told me, all I want for you is to be able to stand on your own 2 feet and be able to be happy living independently. That is what she told me. And then, very next sentence, she tells me, and remember, this was April 2014. She had the stroke July 2018. My mom told me, because what's going on? My mom said, Jaron, what's going to happen to you if something bad happens to me and I'm no longer able to take care of you? Well, that's exactly what happened. And part of me feels so fucking stupid for not being mature enough to be able to do something about it when my mom was still, okay. I should have told her I want to make a difference in my life. I told her that I don't want to be a fuck up. Even though my mom never saw me as a fuck up, I always thought of myself as that because I never wanted to disappoint my parents. Maybe it's because of my mom's side of the family's from the Philippines, but because for those that don't know, I'm half Filipino, half white. My dad is originally from Oregon. His ancestors were from Germany and Sweden. My mom's side from the Philippines. That's why sometimes some videos I look white, some videos I look Asian. That's why. Anyways, that part of the Filipino culture just got burned into my brain. Don't upset your parents. But it feels like everything I'm doing in my life, all I'm doing is doing something that would upset them, and they would never tell me that they were disappointed in me or that they were upset with me. Because what did we do? We never talked about our problems. We never talked about life. All we did was just watch entertainment together. And we were having a good time together doing all of those things. But it's like, I feel so fucking stupid that I didn't take advantage of the time when my dad was still alive and my mom was still well. I never got the chance to talk to them about how do you feel about life. And part of me is going to say, it's okay, you didn't know. But the thing is, I did fucking know. I was 20. I don't have an excuse. I was smart in school. Everyone in life told all the time growing up, I was the teacher's favorite student. I was always the good boy in elementary school and middle school. And I was so fucking antisocial. And it's like the instant I wanted to become social and do things and meet new people, make new friends, try to fucking find a woman that would ever want to love me, guess what happened? No one cared. Because you know what they all tell me? They'll say, you fucked up. You should have spent all those days partying. You should have spent all those days talking to friends and misbehaving in school. Because all those people that I thought were people like my classmates that I wanted absolutely nothing to do with, because they were in my stupid brain at the time thought of as bad students, Well, guess what? They are way more successful in life than I'll ever be right now. Because those people have jobs. Some of them found love, got married, had children. Even though I just never want children and I never want to get married. That's a whole other video as well. But what I'm trying to say is they are stable. Or at least they appear to be stable. I don't fucking know. But they seem to be doing better off than me. And I'm saying all this shit in front of a camera where I don't know if anyone's even going to watch this video because I don't even know if anyone gives a shit anymore. All I have is my aunt, and that's it. My aunt, my best friend Keanu, my best friend Mo, and I still talk to two of my old teachers from 7th and 8th grade. I have their phone numbers. I talk to them a few times a month. And I've got, well, I don't even know if I want to mention that, but, and there's I took a vacation in Austin in 2019. And that's when, shit, I don't even know if I want to even say this on YouTube. That's, fuck. Let's just say I met a girl that was staying in the same hotel, or not hotel, the same hostel as me. And that was the first time I feel like I truly fell in love with someone. She was like maybe 3 or 4 years younger. So at the time I was 25. She was 21. But, you know, I didn't try anything. Because I don't fucking know how to do anything as far as dating. But we stayed in touch. We have each other's phone numbers, and, you know, she lives very far away. That's all I want to say. I don't want to talk too much about it. Because she doesn't know how much I love her, but just feels like my entire life is wasted potential and missed opportunity one after the other. But you know what? Part of me realizes I need to get my shit together, because I don't even know if I even have a chance at all with this girl that lives far away. I don't want to get too specific about it, but I will say I live in Texas. She lives in the continent of North America. And if there is any chance at all, I want to be healthy and alive enough and financially stable enough to want to be able that when the chance comes, I don't blow it. But yeah, because the whole point of this video is me talking about wanting to go on a diet, and then I just went in a whole other place talking about everything. I didn't even know I had this in me, being able to put this shit on a tell all this shit to a camera, but I did it. I don't even know what the title of this video is going to be. Rambling about I don't know what. I'll figure it out. But anyways, I think I got everything off my chest, and I don't feel as depressed. And surprisingly, I only needed to use the tissues to wipe my nose and not wipe tears. So any of those people in the comments that used to complain about me crying, well, hey, guess what? I made it through without crying, or at least to the point where I needed the tissues. Whatever the fuck that's worth. But anyways, I think I'm done. I said everything I felt like I needed to say. So yeah, any tips or advice about life that you have that you feel like you want to share with me, and you're one of the rare people on the internet that's a nice person and not an asshole, go ahead and write a comment down below. And if you care at all about this YouTube channel of mine, I normally make reaction videos to music and comedy. That's been my primary focus. And so anyways, that's about it, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.